welcome to Talking About. I'm John Griffith, and next to me is not Cara Kilduff because she got kind of stuck on the subway. So it's just you and me, and I'm going to ramble a little bit. But if you want to ramble with me, I'm at 718-460-9434. My co-host is on her way in. So, okay, hopefully somebody will. Okay, we got a couple of lines ringing, so you're calling in, and I really, really appreciate that. So, do we have the caller on air?
Yes. Hi. How are you, John?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
Good. This is Keith out in Elmont.
Hi, Keith. How are you?
Great. You look good. What's the topic for the day?
Well, I've just been talking about what's been going on in my life lately, how I spent my holidays. How were yours?
Oh, my holidays were good. You know, I mean, it was very quiet, which was good. And we also had Three Kings Day. We opened some presents too, and we had a family get together.
Okay. What do you have for the coming year? Do you make any resolutions?
No. I don't make any resolutions like that. I mean, I try to take care of my health. That's probably the best thing that I need to do. You know, watch what I eat.
Okay. Have you? So you're just kind of keeping up with keeping up, or are you planning on any kind of changes?
No. Well, I have to watch my blood sugar because I am diabetic, you know, and it runs in my family.
Okay.
I really have to stay on top of that.
Yeah. You got to watch your sugar, and you got to keep a balanced diet and get your exercise. And even just a little bit of walking around the block, if you're not the most active person, can help a great deal.
Well, yeah, and that's the problem with my profession as a driver. I'm either behind the wheel or I'm home. You know, it's not good.
Yeah. No, but I do appreciate you calling in, and thank you very much for helping me out tonight. And I hope the coming year brings you everything that you want.
Absolutely. Same to you, John. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Bye now. And look who's here.
Hi.
Oops. Oh, and we have some loud noises because we're really, really clumsy.
Sorry, whoever had to hear that in their ear.
That's okay.
Oh boy.
It's
Hi.
just Renee.
I know, but I love Renee, despite our political differences.
That's okay. We all suffer through Renee.
Oh, Renee's amazing.
We all suffer through Renee, but he let you in the building. So how are you?
I'm great-ish. Hi, did you guys like my outfit? No.
Yeah. So it's
Came right from work.
Came right from work. Had a little train trouble.
I'm embarrassed, so I'll just admit it. I took the wrong. I was coming from 59th Street and 5th Avenue, and I wasn't paying attention because I've been having that kind of a day, and I got on an R train by accident. I love how New Yorkers will. New York is the only city, I swear, that's like this. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. So I got on the R train by accident, so it was stupid. I should have taken the N or the W to Queensboro Plaza, switched to the 7. But the one good thing was the 7 train was not packed.
Okay. So
I got a seat. I had to, but I was really antsy the whole way. I was just like, there's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do.
Yeah, well, sometimes you have to surrender.
I had to.
Well, what you didn't see was me rambling and humiliating myself, just trying to do a stream of consciousness, which
Who
is
was on the
not
phone?
That was a nice guy from Elmont named Keith, and he was just telling me about how he spent his holidays and his plans for the new year.
Nice.
So, and anybody can call in at 718-460-9434. We are live on the air, and we are live online. So, 718-460-9434. It's a hell of a day for the trains to screw us up.
No, today has been like, guys, my day has. I kicked over my mug of coffee this morning on the rug, so I had to like half-ass clean it up, and then I've been bumping my head into things lately. So I gotta go to a doctor. What else? I was trying to put salad in a little container to take to work today, and I just like dumped everything all over my countertop, and I was like, I don't have time for this. Anyway, there's something else I was gonna. Oh yeah, Happy New Year, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any resolutions?
Me just trying to make healthy choices. I'm not doing the whole big resolution thing. Just trying to make healthy choices, which is pretty much what I said last year. And the year before I did better than last year. A lot of life stuff got in my way in the last year, and I did a lot of stress eating and not exercising enough. And
I think you were entitled.
So, yeah, it's like anybody who knows me, it was a family tragedy or two last year, so it was not the best of years. But good things ahead, and happy thoughts and positive energy, and hopefully good things are coming and all the right people are going to jail this year.
Well, I just feel I've been really nice to tourists lately.
Why?
I know. I've been like helpful, and I don't know. I'm getting back to like some of the things the way I used to be a little bit. Some guy sitting next to me on the train sneezed this morning, and I didn't even look up for my crossword puzzle. I just said, "Bless you," and he said, "Thank you." And then another lady sneezed across from him, and he said, "Bless you" to her, and it was like,
Pay it forward.
it was so nice.
Kindness. Pass it on.
Yeah. No, it's just so many good things to look forward to this year, and just hopeful about. Just personally, I'm just trying not to focus on the craziness that's going on in the world. You know, going back and forth to Canada, I definitely try to not let them know I'm an American. And then when I get to the border control, it's like they look at me with this look like, "Oh, come to Canada. We're sorry," you know. And then when you go to customs, you go to customs right away. There's United States Border Protection officers, and you go to them right away, and they just get you right back, and they're like, "Why are you here? You know, where are you going? Where do you live?" I'm like, ugh. One guy, the last time I went up, the guy said, "Do you have $10,000 or more in cash?" And I went, "No." And then he was like, "Oh, have a good day." I was like, "Thanks."
Well, speaking of Canada, have you seen any of the news today? Because somebody did
Rand
come up.
Paul
Yeah.
going to get hernia surgery in Canada.
Mr. Anti-Social Medicine is going to have some socialized medicine. Hypocrisy 101.
It's so silly. I mean, if it wasn't so terrifying, this would all be so comical.
Yeah,
you know?
it's a crazy, crazy time.
But I've never seen any kind of national sports team invited to the White House and served cold ass fast food
On a silver platter. With silver plates and silver candelabra.
Yo, everybody knows McDonald's is nasty after it's been sitting there for a couple of minutes. All of it. I worked at McDonald's, and you worked at Burger King.
Yeah, exactly.
Psst.
Well, what's his name? Almost had the woman folk make a salad.
Wait, what? No, say again.
What's his name? Almost had the women folk make a salad.
The women folk.
Yes, Melanoma and Mrs. Pence.
Are you kidding me?
No, he made a public comment. Oh, we were going to have make salads. And, no, we don't need salads. We have big, strong men, so we're going to give them fatty, fast food for the athletes that don't eat this stuff.
Sometimes I feel a little bit of compassion for that person. I do. Because he's in over his head.
So run.
Run away! Run
Leave
away!
Cut a deal. I'm sure you can get away with no time. But again, 718-460-9434. We haven't taken calls in a while, so it's really, really great if you would call in. We would really love to have you enjoy a dialogue with us. So just join in.
I have something. Any of you out there watching, have you ever had...
Tom Ragu.
Oh, get out of town!
Mr. Ragu.
Hi.
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 We miss you.
Hi. Hi, guy.
I was just thinking about you earlier today. How are you?
I'm doing well. I saw on Facebook that you all are having a live moment, so I thought I had to be part of it.
Well, we're glad that you are, because if it's just us, I mean, we have a wonderful time by ourselves, but when you join in, it's a party.
Oh, okay. Well, good.
Tom Ragu.
So how are you both?
Doing okay. Just a little run ragged, but getting by.
Yeah. I'm actually here with Mama Ragu. You know, Mama Ragu has never been on the program, but here right now.
Hi, Mama Ragu.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
You know your son gives away all your secrets, right?
Yeah.
He told us that you wanted to party your ass off.
Oh, the Lady Gaga. Yeah, guys. Lady Gaga.
I thought about that. Actually, I thought about that the other day, and I started laughing. I was cracking up. I was in my house. It's always when I'm alone doing something dumb, like brushing my teeth or washing the dishes, and I hear Tom in my head talking about his mom saying, "I want to party my ass off at the Monster Ball."
Monster Ball.
Where's Pete Ragu? What's he doing?
He's sleeping right here. You know.
Oh.
He likes to get his 18 hours sleeping.
Okay.
He sleeps today. He sleeps all day. Then, but probably like midnight, he starts running around the house and jumping all the furniture.
Hey, who do you have for guests this Friday on
your show.
TGIF?
What was that?
Who do you have for guests this week on TGIF with Laura?
We are a little bit of a break until January 5th, and then on January 20th, Constance Howman will be on.
Oh,
Okay.
cool.
Very nice.
And then we're back, I believe, February. Then we have a guest, a guest through February, March, April. So it's fun.
Very
Okay,
good.
Great.
Well, you guys will have to come on. I'll send you some dates. I would love to see you guys.
That would be great. We'd like
I
that.
just wanted to call and stop by. I saw that you guys were on Facebook Live. They're just going and hi.
Well, thank you. Thank you for dropping by.
All right. Guys, have a wonderful night.
You too, Tom.
Bye now.
Tara. Bye, Don.
Bye.
Mwah.
Mwah, mwah. Bye.
Bye, Mama Ragu. Oh. So, okay, I had a situation come up. How would you deal with somebody, because this has happened to a couple of friends and myself, but someone from your past life that you haven't talked to in 20, 25 years, all of a sudden finds you on Facebook and starts messaging you on Messenger or whatever platform,
Whatever, yeah.
and starts, like, saying really weird things. Like creepy, weird, like, whoa, we were never like tight buds. Why are you coming out with this now? Like, would you just tell that person to F off and block them? Or would you engage? Or what would you do?
It really depends on how far they're trying to push it. If I asked them to tone it down a little bit and they didn't tone it down, then that's a block. That's you haven't been part of my life for 20 years. I don't particularly need you right now. It would be nice to have you in a friendly way, but if you're not going to play nice, I'm not going to play at all.
Because I was talking to a friend of mine today, and she has a friend who is an FBI agent, and she asked the guy. She's like, "Hey, because she had a similar thing happen," and she's like, "What would you do? This random weird stuff?" And he said, his answer was, "Tell him to fuck off and block him." I was like, okay, but then like there's the whole argument, like, what if somebody's contacting you and they're not the most stable individual in the world? Then what do you do? Like, am I just caring too much about somebody else's feelings that I don't interact with?
Maybe a little of both. Maybe it's like you want to reestablish a little bit of a connection, but you've made some positive changes in your life, and you're not the person. You're the better version of yourself than you were then, and they're not the better person of themselves.
Well,
so you've gone in different directions.
Well, it's just an individual. Well, I mean, the person that contacted me is somebody that, I mean, honest to God, I haven't seen or hide nor hair of in the longest time, and I feel like they are sick and suffering right now, and really hurting a lot, and not well. However, that does not excuse what they've been saying.
Right.
And it's kind of like, if you're trying to shock me or anything like, I mean, this is what I was giggling about to myself, actually, and to one of my friends. I was just like, I've been living here for almost 20 years. I have friends from all different backgrounds, people who used to be escorts, strippers, burlesque performers, dominatrix. I mean, the whole gamut. So anything that you have to throw at me, it's like...
You've seen it, for the most part.
It's not going to surprise me. Just kind of like, no. All right, well, and my answers were, well, as long as there was consent and everyone involved had a good time, that's great.
Okay.
I don't know.
That leaves the imagination wide open, and I don't expect you to get into it.
No,
here,
no. This is a
But-
family program. Family, hey! Joey's back! I hear him giggling!
Yeah, he came on and said hello before. I think that's the first time that I've gotten him on camera.
I was just, Joey, I was so happy to walk in and see your smiling face. Guys, if you don't know Joey, he has the best smile. He's just one of the warmest, most wonderful people on the planet. Like everybody, even Renee. I have love and affection for Renee. Everybody here is fantastic.
And just remember, you're fantastic also, and we want to hear from you at 718-460-9434. Please call in, say hello. We've had two great callers already, Keith and Tom, and we want to add your name to that. So if you're the caller who hung up, please call back.
Was it Angie?
Oh, good Lord.
Anyway.
Oh my goodness. Years ago, there was this one nice person who, but he used to call into just all the shows that originated from the studio using a different name each time, and he had a very distinctive voice, so everybody knew it was him. And he always
Did he call himself John Barron?
not that distinctive, but he would call into everyone's show, and he would always have a story to tell within the topic or within anything. And sometimes it was the happy-go-lucky guy, sometimes it was the sad and miserable guy. But it was always a pleasure to interact with him, and yeah, I hope he's still watching, and I hope he's doing well. And if he's not in the local area anymore, hopefully he's finding us online, because we miss you.
Aww. I was going to tell you something I forgot.
Okay, I don't know.
Do you
Canada.
do you want to talk politics or not? I mean,
I was rambling a little bit, but it's depressing. It's really depressing. Hopefully some actions will. Hopefully we'll have more to run with after February 7th.
what's February 7th?
February 7th. What's his name is testifying in open Congress.
Oh, Michael Cohen?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So we'll see how that goes, and we'll see what shoes drop.
Carol Channing died.
Yeah, I know, and it's like my feed this morning was nuts, and yeah, that's a treasure that will be missed. I mean, she had a long, full life. She was
Oh, my
97.
God.
I wouldn't wish the end on anyone, but at 97, there's probably little that she missed out on.
I saw a quote. She said she had done everything fantastic or fabulous that she wanted to do. And I loved her when I was a kid. She was just one of those iconic stars that I was like, wow, I want to be like her. And the Jamie Jagger's best friend. I loved her.
Yeah, no, she was definitely a character, and
It's so beautiful. Did you see, like everybody, any article is being written about her now. I mean, they have all these photos of her when she was a younger woman. Whoa!
Yeah, and she kept it up until the end. I mean, the lipstick got wider and wider, but
Hey.
it was her shtick.
There was a great photo of Bette Midler and Carol Channing. I guess Bette Midler had gone to her home to visit, and I mean, she looked fantastic. She looked so great.
And it's funny. It's like I saw somebody online criticizing all these people who had their photos taken with her. Yeah, it's like, oh, she passes away, and all of a sudden everyone's showing the picture of the one time that they met. But what a lot of people didn't realize is that whenever another celebrity passed and Carol Channing had her picture with them, she would post her picture with the celebrity, so it was really more of a tribute than people
Well, you
would
know
think.
what, too? Like, if you're gonna, I know, I can't remember who it was criticizing people that did that, but you know what? I guess that just goes to show that if, let's take Carol Channing, for instance, because she did just pass today, but she affected all those people's lives. And you don't know how she did, but she did in some way. You know, I mean, my dad sent me an article. George Bush George H.W. Bush came to visit where my parents were one time, and my dad had a photo taken with him. And this is when you could have discourse between two political parties, and it was fine. But my dad was so proud to take that picture because he told me later, he's like, well, we were talking, you know, he was in the Navy, I was in the Navy, so we talked about that. But
They found common ground.
yes, and you know, it's one of those things. My dad treasures that picture of them together that he signed for my dad, and he sent me an article, and it was pretty cool to see that. You know, it's just like. It's when H.W. Bush was like really hale and hearty, like after he was president, and I just thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
There's no shame in posting those pictures.
No, not at all.
The fuck?
It's just people think that people are just trying to
Glom on to somehow.
yeah.
It's not that serious, folks.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see it, but people are getting all their panties all in a twist about.
The Gillette
Yeah.
commercial. I haven't seen it yet, but I've seen the hubbub.
I haven't seen it. Guys, have any of you seen this commercial? Is it really horrible or is it wonderful? Like, any thoughts? Because I haven't seen it, so I'm not going to say it.
Yeah, I heard the talk shows going on about it today, and I've seen little blurbs online, but I didn't stop and click play to watch the actual ad. So I have no idea what it's all about. I probably should have done some actual research this morning, but I'm tired. I'm flying to Miami in the morning. And poor me. I was up until after 3 watching Sex Education on Netflix. Have you seen it yet?
No. I've heard about it. It's supposed to be really good. It's
Really
it's a
good.
British show,
It's
right?
a British show with Gillian Anderson in a
I like
supporting
her.
role. She's in a supporting role, but it's a dramedy.
Oh, isn't it about some kid whose parents are sex therapists and he...
Gillian Anderson plays the mother, who is a sex therapist, and the kid is sort of following in the footsteps, but providing therapy for his peers at school.
That's so weird.
It is, and it's something in the wrong hands that could go completely off the rails in the worst possible way, but it does so in the best possible way.
Now, why are we up until 3 a.m.? That is, like, that's ridiculous.
I started watching it, and there were 8 episodes.
Oh, God. I'm flying to Miami tomorrow. I'm so tired. My best friend told me this past weekend, oh, God, I have to go horse shopping. I said to her, I'm like, do you realize how bougie you sound right now? Oh, I can't find a horse.
First world problems.
I have to drive 3 hours away to find a horse, and I can't find one.
All my folks in the land of Caucasia are trying to help me find a horse.
But she's not Caucasian.
Oh, okay.
It's my queen. My
Okay.
queen is looking for a horse because she grew up horseback riding.
My assumption. I made an improper assumption, so that's on me.
right. My beautiful Nubian queen, Robin Cloud.
I need to reevaluate my own thought process. You can well.
So, or if Robin, you know, I don't think she would be mad if I told this story. It was like a joke that she had written. She went to this sleepaway camp. I don't know, it was like in Vermont or some shit. It was a horseback riding camp. She was the only person of color. They gave her, they thought, I swear these hicks must have thought it was funny. They gave her a black horse named Sambo to ride.
Okay.
And I was like, Queen, are you kidding me? She's like, no, they gave me a horse named Sambo. So then she wrote a joke about it, and it was really funny. But
She needs to Skype in sometime soon.
yes, she should, actually.
Because she's West Coast now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so she can Skype in.
She left me to go to L.A.
Oh.
Anyway, but I just told her, because she was riding this female horse that I guess when she goes into heat, she hates women.
Okay.
So she had to sever the relationship for obvious safety reasons, because the horse like rushed at her. And I was, just get a boy. Just get a nice big boy. I mean, I don't know how you feel about the carriage horses, but I see them all the time, and like, I think they look fantastic in the wintertime. They've grown all, they're growing all their winter coats, and
I have not seen them mistreated. I think as long as they're properly cared for, and
everybody was wearing their coats the other day. All the horses had their coats on, and there's a couple that I think are really outstanding looking, you know, that I just want to go over and, but there was this one today, and I was walking by, and he looked at me, and I wonder if they think we're weird when we do things like that. I don't know. They look approachable, like sweet.
She didn't bring me carrots. She didn't bring me sugar. She's not worth my time.
No, there's this one. He's big. He's huge, and he's like this big black horse. He's got like white on his nose thing, whatever, this part of a horse. And,
Snout or whatever.
I don't know. Horse people, call in. Correct me.
Yeah. 718-460-9434.
But this horse is just, I love watching them. They're beautiful.
I don't know. But going back to something similar to what Robin went through, did you see last week there was a picture from like a nursery school or a daycare? They took a class picture. There was one long table and one small table in the back. All the shining white faces were together at the long table, and the 4 black kids.
Are you
kids
kidding
of
me?
color were at the separate table.
Where?
I don't remember where it was, but I saw the picture online, and then one of the parents called them out on it, and it started the proper hubbub.
Take another damn picture.
Mm-hmm.
That's messed up.
Yeah.
When I was in high school, I was in Afro Club, and I was in the back of the picture, and you can like faintly see me like behind the 2 Puerto Rican girls that were there with me. I looked like a ghost. I was a ghost. I was a white shadow in the back of the yearbook picture. That's so messed up.
It is.
I can't believe it's 2019, and if this happened last year, I'd probably say it's 2018, it's 2019.
Yeah.
People are still doing petty shit like that.
This is within the last week.
I can't. I saw a really great thing on, it might have been Twitter, but I happen to think that all white people are racist, and I did not understand. I had heard that
Whether consciously or unconsciously, because
here's the thing. I had heard this a long time ago, and I think it was when Louis Farrakhan. This was like 30 years ago, maybe almost 30 years ago, and he was at my brother's school, and there was a big to-do, and talking about all white people are racist, and I thought, well, no. But now that I'm a little older and a little more educated, I do agree with that statement. I mean, you might not consciously be racist, but all white people benefit from racism. Mm-hmm. If you think about it.
Whether it's conscious or unconscious, just roll back 5 minutes to myself. I made an assumption, and it was not malicious. I acknowledged that it was wrong, and and I know why it was wrong. And I think hopefully that is a difference between me and a lot of people. It's like, I can own when it's wrong, and I know why it's wrong, and I work to be better. Yeah. And that's what we need to do, because this is all drilled into us from our first thoughts. I mean, the previous generations were not the most open-minded. We're working toward a better future, but that's still in the future.
I don't know. It's just, whenever Queen and I talk, I mean, a lot of times we share like racist shit that's happened that that's been in the news or whatever, or she'll let me know conversations that she's had with her mom. And I guess there was some white guy at I don't know, it was either Burger King or McDonald's, and the woman behind the cashier was a black woman, and I guess she didn't give him his straw or whatever, and he tried to grab her, and I guess she beat the shit out of him. So my friend's mom is like, "Did you see that?" She was like, "Mayweather." And I mean, I know her mom, so I can hear her voice, and I'm like, "That's hilarious." But it's I don't know. I just can't. I don't understand why you would separate those children like that, to make them really feel like other, like they're not good. And this is where it starts. This is where it starts when kids are little in school. It's a known fact that black kids are disciplined in a harsher way than white kids are. It's I can't, because I'm gonna pop off.
Yeah, so right up through.
It's the school to prison pipeline.
Yes.
Things have to change, and it's got to change at the local, like, very personal level. You don't separate 4 fucking black kids from a table full of white kids. No.
No.
There was this kid that I went to school with. I had such a crush on him, Kwashi Stewart. If you're watching, Kwashi. But Kwashi and his brother Shawnee, they were like, we went to school, I mean, God, elementary school all the way to high school, but I remember like the Stewart boys always came to school and they were very natty dressers, and it was just kind of like, and all the girls were like, Quashi, Shani. And they had a cat named Mister. I've never forgotten that. It was a Manx cat. Anyway, I don't know. But I don't know why I made that point. Oh, because like, they would never do something like that in my school when I was a kid. And well, where I grew up in my community, I mean, first of all, it'd be impossible. You can't do that. Like, that's horrible. I'm going to make a gross assumption and say it was somewhere down south.
I honestly, I don't remember, or Middle America somewhere. I don't remember, but I know that justly they were called out on it. And what do you think of the flip side? Do you know of anyone who sees problems in everything that they encounter?
What do you mean? I'll find a problem. No.
Yeah.
Me? No, I'm kidding.
Okay. 2 months ago, we were supposed to have a Skype guest who is beginning their own business online, and I wanted to lift that person up. And the day of, that person canceled on me, and I found out after the fact it was that person didn't want to be interviewed by a white male. It's a person of color, but the online aftermath was just all about that. And I don't know if I said something stupid, because it's entirely possible, because as we saw earlier, stupid stuff does occasionally come out of my mouth.
Me too.
But I just was really rubbed the wrong way by that, and I haven't been able to get a dialogue as to the heart of the why.
Something like that. I mean, I can understand it in a way, but I mean, because it's you and I know you're being painted with the white male brush. But okay, I'll give you an example. So Queen is out in LA and is working on some film projects, and was specifically put out a thing for, she was looking for a DP, director of photography. And she wanted somebody who was a person of color, a woman, because trying to lift up the community, someone in her own community. She had this white woman write to her, well, my husband is great with women. Oh, he's a white guy. And Robin's reaction was like, bitch, did you not read what I wrote? He's good with women. What does that mean? Like, women are animals that have to be tamed, So, I mean, in this instance, Queen, and I supported this, she wrote kind of a scathing response, and I mean, you've met Robin, you can imagine.
Yeah.
But I think that was well-deserved. She was looking for something specific. And here's this woman, this clueless white woman, trampling in, hey, here's my husband. He might be a very talented director of photography. He might be great at his job, but that's not what was
He's not bringing the life experience that she was looking for.
No, not at all. But it's that, I mean, in that instance, I can completely see it's that idea of privilege, like, that it didn't even cross that woman's mind. And it probably wouldn't even cross her husband's mind that, maybe somebody wants to keep it in the family,
right.
So, but with that, you never told me about that.
Yeah, well, it kind of came and went, and rather than stewing over it during a show,
right,
and letting it all come out, because that could just trip up the whole process here, and I kind of put it on the back burner, and it came out tonight because it hasn't really resolved in any positive manner.
I hope it can. I mean, I'm obviously going to be grilling you after the show, but I hope that person, I hope their business is a success. I really do.
As do I. And I think I posted something online a couple days ago. I wish we could all just work to try to lift people up instead of drag them down. And that's how, one of the thought processes that I want to keep with me throughout the year. That's just making better choices, as we were talking about with resolutions earlier. That's actively trying to do something better. Be good to others, be good to yourself. And
Maybe they weren't aware of your intention, that it was just coming from a good place, you know. But
could be. As of right now, I can't judge because I don't know, and I don't want to completely make assumptions, but I figured since it kind of worked into the conversation, I would raise it with you. And if you at home have any ideas on things like that, 718-460-9434. We're definitely happy to hear from you. How much time do we have left? We have about 10 minutes left. So
what? Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
That went by quick.
I know. It's almost like you joined us in progress.
Oh, yeah. It's almost like I wasn't here the whole time. It went by so fast. I am so thirsty right now. Anyway.
Well, we have a bottle of bubble juice outside.
Oh, I can't.
Not to be confused with Jesus juice.
Oh, God. One of my friends got me started on, what did she get me started on purpose? Oh, they live in the greater Boston area. And she said something about Tom Brady. So, of course, I was like, oh, my God, don't get me started on Tom Brady. And I just remember saying that what did I say? He probably sleeps in an oxygen chamber that he bought secondhand from Michael Jackson. And I guess her daughter was sitting next to her and heard this because I left a voice message. It's like, great, thanks a lot. The kid is supposed to look up to me.
What can you do?
Psst, whatever. I'm gonna go shake that kid like a baby. I'm kidding.
But
Behave yourself, 14 years old. You don't know everything.
Yeah, I always enjoy this kind of show. I love having guests on and learning about new people and things. And if you follow us on Facebook, you can message us if you have something worth talking about. We'd love to hear it. I have a couple of things planned for next month. I found this really interesting sort of dark artist that I'm hoping to have on next month. So if I can get him here, it should be pretty interesting. So, and then I was just kind of cyber stalking along the way, and it's like I see it's like vegan.
Ooh, vegan.
Yeah, but it just got me thinking. It's like, do you remember having the conversation with somebody who was vegan who didn't mention that they were vegan?
Which person?
There aren't any.
That's messed up. People think, excuse me, people think I'm vegan. I don't know why, because I don't drink and I don't smoke and I don't do drugs. So they're like, oh, are you a vegetarian? I'm like, no. Oh, you're a vegan.
You had a
No.
phase. You had a phase.
A face?
A phase. You went through a vegetarian phase for about a week.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I was a vegetarian in college, but bacon was my downfall. Now I'm like not into bacon because it's like eating human flesh. Yeah, I have all these vegan cookbooks at home.
I love vegetarian and vegan cooking,
There's some good stuff.
I just want to have a conversation with a vegan. They don't mention that they're vegan.
Oh, I understand. I understand now what you're saying. Now I know. I understand the concept. Okay, great. Yeah. Oh, now I get it. Yeah. No, I'm trying to think. There's a couple stealth vegans in my life, I think, that don't really talk about it. I'm gonna have to think a little bit more on that. Oh no, I do know of one. My friend Yasmin, she is a choreographer and she is a firecracker. She never mentions it.
Okay, good for her.
And
Yeah.
she is, I love her. She is so fantastic. She did the choreography for Curious Incident. She's worked on the Harry Potter musical.
Okay.
She works constantly, which is why it's kind of hard. I miss you, and I miss that stupid dog. Georgie.
718-460-9434. Last 8 minutes. Please call in.
Don't sound desperate. Dag. I hear Joey laughing.
You should have seen me when I was single.
What did you talk about? How did you start the show? Was it awkward? Sorry, I'm so sorry.
I talked for 10 minutes about how awkward I felt.
Oh, well, you were talking about your feelings. You were expressing yourself. I am so sorry. Like today was just, honest to God, I've been smacking my head on cabinet doors in my apartment lately, and one of my friends was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I think I'm okay, but I'm like super forgetful."
It's got to be something in the universe that's going on.
I don't
Isn't there like
know.
a big lunar eclipse coming up?
Probably, I don't know.
So,
I don't know.
oh, it'll give us something to blame.
I'm not looking for anything to blame, but like even my cats are looking at me like, "What's wrong with you?" Like many things, guys. I don't know.
But sometimes we just get out of sync.
Oh my God. Today, like everything was, I mean, so far so good.
You're here now.
I am.
We're having a good time.
We are.
I hope you're having a good time. So,
Woo!
and we get to ramble to each other once a month.
But I think it's because I'm running on fumes.
Okay.
Last night was busy. I had class last night, and then today, anyway. So I'm taking another voiceover class, and there's always one person in each class that I just instantly bond and connect with. And in this class, it's this woman who, like, I think we're the same age. She's so fabulous, and she started talking shit to me last week was our first class, and she said something, and I just looked at her and I gave it right back to her in the same accent, and she was like, "Oh!" And you know, I haven't bugged out like that in so long, like since Robin left. I miss my queen. But it was so nice to bug out with somebody, like just to let loose and be like crazy and stupid, and oh, it was fantastic. Screaming up 6th Avenue, fantastic. Anyway.
So the class is going well.
Yes, it's so much fun.
Gonna get your inner world on.
Oh, no, I love it. I love it. Like, last night was fantastic. Like, I got this piece of copy, and it was like, just sat there and like, boom, 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 picked it apart, and then it was, oh, so much fun. So much fun.
That's
I love
cool. It's funny. It's like, do you have a few friends who do that as well? And
it. Yeah.
every once in a while, you're listening to the radio and you hear the familiar voice, and it's like, I know that person.
Yes, actually, one of my friends is also out in LA. Who used to live in New York. But yeah, she that's how she makes her living.
Okay, someone who's been on the show? Okay.
No, one of my secret friends.
Ooh.
I mean, other people can see her too, but you know, it's not like.
You have to ask permission to get the key. Let her out of the cage.
Oh my God, I was waiting at the wrong stop for the train to go, whatever. Some crazy guy was throwing goldfish crackers on us. I know. Like, what the fuck is wrong? What are you doing? This girl's like, oh my God, sitting there horrified. And I just got up and I just looked up, smiling. And there was this weird guy who had thrown something away on the platform, and he did it in a very like precise and militaristic way. And I was like, I bet it was that guy. So then I just walked to the kiosk where they sell like newspapers and candy and shit. And I was like, because there were stairs trying to look for, who throws goldfish crackers? I mean, I would.
Apparently somebody.
Listen, I mean, if it was me, I probably would have giggled and given myself away, but I mean, it wasn't harmful. It was just weird. So much weird shit today.
I was assaulted with
Yeah.
goldfish.
Like, oh, I got salt in my eye. I can't see anymore. So weird.
It's cheese dust.
Oh my gosh. And then there was this guy, there was a guy on the platform at Who Cares, and he pressed the thing for the help button, and he's like, "Hi, I need help," and then he just started going, "Ha ha 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 ha." And I heard the person on the other end, "Sir, sir," and he just kept going, "Ha ha 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 ha." Like, what is going on?
I have no idea, but apparently something is going on in the world.
If we had Ray here right now,
Yes.
he would be able to explain to us, like, what the hell's going on. You know what, Ray? I might just shoot you a text or an email. What's going on?
Yeah.
So much weird shit's happening.
And it's time for him to come back.
Yes.
Because since you got back from he hasn't been back since you got back from your tour.
I thought he was going to be with us soon.
Yeah, but life got in the way for me, so it's my fault I didn't reach out to him yet.
Ray,
Wait,
you'll be
wait.
here soon.
Let me put it out there.
Well, we already did. We're going to see you soon.
Yes, I certainly hope so.
Oh, Ray makes the best hummus.
Oh, really?
Yes. I still think about your hummus. So good.
Okay.
It's delicious.
It's funny because one of the times that he was here, he was picking some stuff up on me and people in my lineage, but I wasn't aware of them. When I played the tape back for my mom, she said, yeah, that, and that, and she fleshed out the background on it. So it was all stuff that I didn't know that was in my family history.
Wow.
So even though I couldn't verify it on the spot, my mom verified it. So
No, Ray is legit.
yeah,
And he's an awesome human being.
yes.
We tend to have those on this show as guests.
Yeah, no, we know some really good people.
I'm terrible, but he's good.
Oh, no, it's the other way
I'm
around.
kidding.
So the little Facebook Live experiment is coming to our first close.
Oh, I didn't know we were on Face Place.
Yeah, we're there, just kind of playing around with it and set it up beforehand. So everybody's...
We're a little washed out with the lights.
Yeah, we are. That's Renee's
okay.
fault.
No, it's not.
But yeah, I think you just killed your mic.
Did I?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. That was
That's-
like in your ear. Sorry.
That's okay. But so we got some good stuff coming up next month and in the future days. So hopefully Ray will be one of those, and we'll get that artist and get a possible Skype interview next month. So a whole lot of good stuff coming up through the year. So that's kind of it for tonight.
Wow. 30 seconds. What?
I know.
It went by quick.
It does. It did.
like
Except
a-
that first 10 minutes was an eternity, though.
Sorry.
That's okay. It's my ulcer getting an ulcer.
Oh, no.
But thank you for putting up with me for that first 10 minutes, and I hope you stuck around and had a really good time with both of us. I'm John Griffith,
I'm Cara Kilduff.
and we will see you again next time, so thank you so much.
Bye.
Oh my gosh. So hopefully the train ride home will be a little bit better.
I'm going to